Hey Journey More, I'm not only going to be showing you how to use and maintain your Osprey bladder, but also giving you some tips, tricks, and recommendations. So let's get started.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.
To start, you have to remove the top slide. From there, you can flip up the foldable piece here. And when you first do this, it's gonna feel like you're gonna rip your bladder, but once you get it open and apart, every time after that, it's very easy, just like this. From there, you're gonna fill the bladder, but do not fill it past the max fill line. That will keep it from closing properly. So in order to close it, you flip down, and then you're gonna slide back on top here, just like that. One of my favorite things about the new bladders are they actually have a connector in the middle of the hose. What this allows you to do is leave your hose on your pack rather than de-threading it every time to pull your bladder out. And so you can just pop this off. It's a simple button here, and it'll just pop it right out, and it's super easy to use. And then for cleaning, you can actually remove this here, and it makes the hose a lot easier to clean, and the front piece of the hose easier to clean as well. So I really enjoy that about these bladders. Another great thing about the connector hose is you can actually connect a water filter to it that will make filtering water into your bladder super easy. And this is definitely something that's needed because the recommended amount of water is about ½ a liter every hour, and maybe even more than that. So if you're outside all day, you're gonna need more than what these reservoirs can give you. And so having a water filter like the Katadyn is a great piece for any outdoor adventure, especially if you're going all day or multiple days. And it just makes it super easy with this connection here. Now the bite valve, it does twist open and close, and this will leak. In the beginning, it won't leak if it's open, but over time, it will begin to leak out, so you will have to close it when you're not using it. And then on the hose, next to the bite valve, is a magnetic strip. This is one of my other favorite things about the Osprey reservoirs and their packs, is the reservoir will actually come with the magnetic strip. So if your pack doesn't, like the Daylite, you can actually just throw on the magnetic strip on the chest strap, and it's a great magnet. It's great for ease while you're hiking. I love it. Now on to cleaning. Osprey has their own cleaning pack that comes with the brush and the wire brush and the hanger, but we actually recommend going with an off-brand because the Tagvo does the exact same thing that the Osprey does. However, it's a third of the price, and it's really the same quality, it's the same build, so I would highly recommend going with this over the Osprey because it is a lot less cost. So while you're cleaning your bladder, you have to make sure that the inside is dry and that your hose gets clean. Those are the two most important things. So when you're cleaning, you'll just open it up and you can stick the hanger after you've used the brush and cleaned in there. Osprey does have some cleaning tablets that you can drop down in the water. Again, there are some off-brand that we don't think is any difference in quality that you can purchase as well that will do the same thing. But after you've brushed around in there with the cleaning solution, you just drop the hanger down in it. And even with the 3-liter bladder, this is big enough to hang, and it's enough that it's gonna dry out if you hang it in a nice air-filled room. That's gonna make sure that it dries. And then with the brushes, obviously the big brush is for that inside like I was talking about earlier. And then the wire brush, you can feed through the tubing of both sides. And I love, again, the connector here in the middle because it just makes it a lot easier to feed that brush through the tube in order to clean it. Now, I don't clean after every hike. You will have to do it after 3 or 4 hikes. Now, if you're somebody that you hike maybe once a month, then I would definitely recommend cleaning. But if you're going hiking once a week, I would say every 2 or 3 weeks, giving it a good clean is enough. Outside of that, you just kind of have to use your discretion on how often you go, and then just when you want to use it. Another thing is when you first start drinking out of the bladder, it will have a plastic taste to the water. You can actually kind of remove that. They say, Osprey says to put lemon juice in the bladder with some water, mix around, let it sit for a little bit, and then dump it out. We haven't tried it just because I don't necessarily mind the taste of it, but it may be something that we do just because these bladders are new and they still have that plasticky taste. Now, the different types of bladders, there's 2. One is a blue color, one is a red color. This is actually an older model that they don't sell, but I'm using it as reference to the new ones because the big difference in the new 2 types is there is a solid back on the blues, which are the 2 and the 3 liter, but then the 1.5 and the 2.5 liter do not have the solid back. I would highly recommend, if you can get up to the 3 liter, or if the 2 liter is a great size for you, go with those because it is so much easier to slide down into a pack than this. Especially when the pack is full of stuff, it's really difficult to get this down in there just because it'll move around on you and crumble up. And then also if it's empty, it will slide down into the pack a lot easier as well. So once it's been cleaned and it's dry and you want to store it in the pack, it just makes it a lot easier with that hard back. So I would highly recommend the type that has the hard backing because it is a lot easier to use. And then if you have an older model like this one that does not have the connection in the middle for the hose, I would highly recommend upgrading because it is so much easier to clean and to use. It really is a hassle to have to unthread this out of your pack every time you pull the bladder out, and it's just very nice to have that, and then also be able to use a filtration system on those longer hikes. There you have it. We hope that this was helpful to all of you in learning how to use and clean and maintain your bladder. Remember to be drinking water, stay hydrated when you're out there adventuring. It's definitely important. If you were interested in any of the things that you saw today, we'll leave some links in the description below. You can go check those out and consider that for your loadout for all of your adventures. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Let us know what you think down in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love for you to be a part of the Journey More community and for you to come journey more with us. We'll see you next time.